Hello, dear children. Welcome to my presentation. Myself, Mrs. Kalpana Hegde, taking the class on Natural Resources Part 1 for class 5th. Before starting about natural resources, first we should know the meaning of the term resource. It is a source or supply by which a benefit is produced and that has some utility. That means something which is useful to human beings. These resources are in two categories. First one, human resources. Human resources means stock or supply of money, materials, staff and other assets that can be drawn by a person. For example, a person who is expert in certain skill or knowledge, he will be a resource person to train or to give information to others, or any property made by him for his family or any other organization. Second one, natural resources. Resources like water, soil, air, minerals, plants, animals, etc., which occur naturally on the earth are called natural resources. Here are some images of natural resources. In first figure you can see waterfalls or a dam, solar panels, wind fans, thermal energy sources, that means water energy, solar energy, wind energy and thermal energy you can see in the first figure. In second one you can see waterfalls which possess lot of energy. Then third one, an elephant you can see, that means a forest, river, wild animals, these are also natural resources. And here one last figure you can see so many stone like structures you can see, they are different kinds of minerals. Types of natural resources. Natural resources are mainly classified in two types. First one, renewable resources. That means resources which are continuously available in nature in spite of their usage over the period of time in human lifetime. That means resources which can be reused or available even after using. It will not be empty after using. Important examples are solar energy, air, water, soil, forest, etc. Second one, non-renewable resources. Resources which will run out due to their continuous usage and which can be renewed. Example, coal, petrol, diesel, natural gases, minerals, etc. These resources are going to finish, and once if it is used, again it cannot be used. It will be exhausted or become empty. In the next presentation, I will explain it in detail. Now let me explain the renewable natural resources one by one. First one, solar energy. Energy obtained by sun. Sun is the main source of heat and light to the earth. Children, as we know, we get light and heat radiations by sun. It is continuously available. We can see this colorful world by sunlight. We use solar energy for other different purposes. Here are listed few of them. Uses of solar energy. Plants use solar energy for photosynthesis. In the last lesson, I explained how plants need solar energy for photosynthesis. Second one, solar cells converts light energy into electricity. Children, you might have seen solar panels on the roofs of the houses. That is the collection of solar cells. It converts light particles or photons into electricity which will be stored in the storage batteries. Then that electricity can be used as solar light, solar fan, solar cars, solar planes, etc. Second one, solar water heater. It is also a device which we keep on the terrace. Its method of working you will learn in your higher classes. It uses solar heat radiations and water will be heated up by that heat radiations and hot water will be stored in the tank. One more device is solar cooker. It also uses solar heat radiations and cook the food kept inside. It is a wooden box with glass top. We should keep it in hot sun to cook the food. Children, here are some images which shows uses of solar energy. In this first image, you can see solar panel receiving sunlight and giving out electric energy. Second picture is solar water heater, and this last one is photosynthesis. You can see how plants are using solar light or sunlight to prepare their food in the process called photosynthesis. Children, it is another renewable resource which is soil. The thin top layer of earth crust containing minerals and organic substances is known as soil. Children, do you know how soil is formed? By flowing water and blowing wind and the action of other organic substances and other organisms, the outer rocky layer of the earth converts into thin topsoil. It takes so many years to form. This process of formation of soil is known as weathering of rocks. Uses of soil. As we know, we are all standing, walking, living on this land surface. That means it gives support and shelter for living beings. Second one, soil is necessary for the growth of plants. As we know, plants absorb minerals and water from soil. It helps the plants to grow. Third one, it is used for making mud pots, mud bricks, statues like a Ganesha statue, different small articles, construction of wall for small huts and mud houses, mud roofs in very hot regions, etc. Children, in these images you can see the different uses of soil. In first figure you can see soil helps the growth of plants. In second figure you can see how soil is used to construct the walls, mud walls and roofs. And here in the bottom of the image you can see the different mud articles. Children, one of the important term related to soil is soil erosion. Did you hear this word? You know what is this? It may be a new term for you. Soil erosion means gradual process of movement and transport of upper layer of the soil by different agents like running water, blowing wind, deforestation, overgrazing, etc. Nowadays, it became a very big global problem. Once again, here listed causes for soil erosion, that is deforestation, wind, water, overgrazing. Children, you can see in the images what are those. In these images, you can see first one how soil surface is washed away by running water. In second image, by heavy wind, soil is blowing off. In this third image, by deforestation, means by cutting down the trees, land surface will be open for soil to wash it away. Roots of the plants hold the soil tightly. In this last image, digging of land for getting minerals, that is called mining. These are some important causes for soil erosion. Methods of preventing soil erosion. Children, here are some pictures which are the farming methods to reduce soil erosion. You can see in these images, that is farming according to the shape of available lands. There are some bands or strips are made or furrows are made in the slope regions to prevent the soil to wash it away. Some other methods to prevent soil erosion are vegetation, that means planting more and more plants like grass, shrubs, etc. Another one is add mulch or rocks to the edges of land surface. Next one is retaining walls to prevent water to run off. Children, another important renewable resource are forests. Forests are the natural habitat for wild animals and birds. We have so many uses of forests. Few are listed here. They provide fruits, flowers, medicinal plants, honey, etc. Forests are the shelter for tribal. Tribal means the people who are living in the mountain regions. They prevent soil erosion. As I already told, roots of the trees hold the soil tightly. They can prevent soil erosion. Forests give us fresh air as trees leaves oxygen during photosynthesis. Children, here are some images related to forests. In the left side images, you can see many wild animals are living freely in the forest atmosphere. Wild animals get food, shelter, everything in the forest itself. In the middle figure, you can see just a forest atmosphere. In the last or rightmost figure, you can see the different uses of forest. In that one wood house is constructed, so many medicinal plants are there, and how articles are made by the wood or like bamboo tree, etc. Furnitures can be made. Wax we can get by some plants. Some useful and medicinal fruits which are rarely available also we can get in the forests. Important movements taken place against deforestation. Children, first of all, you should know what is deforestation. Deforestation means destroying the forests for the sake of human beings. To prevent this destroy, some of the movements held which are given below. First one, Appiko movement initiated by Panduranga Hegde against deforestation in Western Ghats. Second one, Silent Valley movement. This is a movement initiated by environmentalists against hydroelectric power scheme by Kerala government which may cause deforestation. Third one, Save Forest movement or Jangal Bachao which was held at Bihar. Fourth one, Chipko movement initiated by Sundarlal Bahugund. It was held at Himalayan region to oppose cutting down of trees. Children, few important movements are listed here. Children, you might have heard the name of a great lady of Karnataka, Salumarada Timmakka, who planted and protected thousands of trees beside the road from her village Hulikal to Kudur. She is belonging to Gubbi Taluku of Tumkur district. She dedicated her entire life for those trees and she took care of those trees as her children. Hence she is called Vrakshamate. Government of Karnataka declared this project as Salumarada Timmakka Neralu Yojane in 2014-15. In this photo you can see her trees along with her beside the road. The last subheading of this presentation is Conservation of Forests. Children, as we know the uses and necessity of the forests, it's our duty to protect them. That is called conservation. Some methods are listed here. Restricting unnecessary falling of trees, planting and protecting more and more trees, cutting down tree branches causing forest fire. Under National Forest Policy, government is maintaining national forests through the Forest Department. Example, Bannerghatta, Bandipura, etc. Children, about other renewable resources, air and water, we have separate lessons. I will explain them in that lessons. Non-renewable resources will be explained in the next presentation in part 2.